Hi guys, welcome to Brass Bootcamp. This is the second video in my single tonguing and accuracy calendar. This week's rhythm is the dotted quaver and semi-quaver rhythm to improve your tonguing and accuracy when playing. The rhythm this week is much more simple because it's the same rhythm every single day. Whereas with our syncopation, we started off with one rhythm, we doubled it and doubled it. The only time that happens is at the weekend. How does our dotted quaver semi-quaver rhythm go? Well, we count it 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. It sounds relatively simple, but this is a rhythm which a lot of people play wrong. They tend to go ta 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 ta, and it's more of a swing rhythm or more of a sort of 6/8 or 12/8 rhythm rather than an exact crisp dotted quaver semi-quaver. If you're thinking about semi-quavers, ta 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 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 ta 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 ta. If I play the correct way first, it's more of like a military sort of marching rhythm. What will tend to happen when you're playing these exercises, it will relax. Instead of being nice and sort of square and rigid, it will be more. So I'll play an example. Here's the exercise from Monday, exercise 13, and this is how it should sound. So you can hear that nice da 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 da, all subdivided into semi-quavers. This is one of the common mistakes that people do when they play this exercise. They play it like this. So I hope you can hear the difference. What you're after is that nice square rhythm, subdivided into 4 semi-quavers each beat. Really nice and accurate. Also, when I played the other version, when you play that sort of more swingy rhythm, the tonguing softens off and it sounds more da 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 instead of so really crisp and clear. That's what we're after for the whole week of these exercises. As we move through the week, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just different notes and different exercises. So some of the exercises that are slightly different. Exercise number 15, that one doesn't start on the beat, so that's ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta. So it starts on the semi-quaver instead of on the dotted quaver. So I'll play you a little bit of number 15, so that's Wednesday's exercise. So again, nice rigid square rhythm, really accurate tonguing, and as I said in the previous videos, it's about evenness. Evenness in tone throughout the whole range, evenness in tonguing. Are your low, middle and high notes all exactly the same? Thinking about your tongue position, taw, tat and t for the low, middle and high notes, making sure the sound's even, making sure your tonguing's super accurate. So as we move through, there's not that much more difficulty going through exercises 16 and 17 on Thursdays and Fridays. It's the same rhythm. It's still written down as a dotted quaver and a semi-quaver. Just the note patterns change slightly. There might be some extra accidentals in the piece, so just make sure you got your fingers around those. When you are thinking about your fingers, when there's some awkward valve movement, make sure again, your fingers always follow your tonguing. So your tonguing should be set off. And then your fingers need to match up with your tonguing exactly. If you wait for your fingers to move and then say your tonguing, you'll get a disjointed rhythm and the music just won't flow. So let's talk about number 18. That's the one where the rhythm doubles in speed. So instead of being ta 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 ta, it's ta 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 ta, really fast. If I play you a little bit of number 18, it's really quick. But again, if you're struggling, you could play it really slowly, so there's only half a step difference between the previous exercises, and then work your way up to double speed. Tonguing's really fast. Obviously, you might need to work up to playing at that speed. So if I play it a little bit slower, it'll be virtually exactly the same as all the rest of the exercises during the week. You could play at half tempo and it'll be exactly the same as the rest of them. But the idea of this last one on the weekend is to challenge you a little bit and see if you can get up to that double time tonguing pattern. One more note on number 18. If you have a look at the last line, you've got your sort of tune and accompaniment figure that happens all the time. This one in particular, your tongue position again is really important. I talk about tongue position all the time. Taw, tat and t for your low, middles and highs. Passages like this where your tongue position changes makes everything so much easier. So basically you can breathe one smooth long note, and you shouldn't really need to change the airspeed to do these intervals. So your breathing's nice and consistent and smooth, and all the work is being done by your tongue in tongue position. So here's the last line of number 18. So you can hear those high notes really fast. And if I was having to change my airspeed that quickly to get those high notes, then mispitching, splitting notes, it's going to be really difficult. If you can keep your airstream really nice and smooth and just go taw, ti-taw, 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 so your tongue's doing all the work whilst your breathing's nice and smooth, instead of having to think about coordinating your tongue and your fingers and your breathing, all you have to do is blow smoothly and let your tongue position do all the work, and then your fingers follow your tongue, and it all should flow nicely. So I hope you've got some top tips on the dotted-quaver, semi-quaver rhythms. Still focusing on accuracy all week. Next week's rhythms are going to be semi-quaver rhythms, slightly faster, slightly more difficult. So again, if you've practiced all this week's exercises relatively slowly, focusing on super crisp tonguing, nice coordination between your fingers and your tongue, really good tongue position, then as we move through to the more difficult exercises, you shouldn't hit any brick walls in your playing. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.